What's up, guys? It's Tyler and Josh, and we are here at FanBoy Expo in Orlando with Lauren and Jeff from Tiger King.
Hey, everyone.
How you doing,
We
guys?
all remember that fantastic show during the pandemic. Everybody was binging. And we have another little guest here. This is your daughter, right?
Yes, this
Sarah.
is Sarah.
Sarah. All
She
right.
turns 2 in a couple weeks. So.
No, she turns
Wow.
4 in a couple weeks.
4. I'm not
Oh,
high.
I got away from you.
I'm
Lord.
so tired.
Oh, goodness gracious. You said you were tired, so when did you all get in?
Oh gosh, we woke up at 5 o'clock, so that's what I mean. Like I'm tired kind of thing. Like I did not get enough sleep, so.
Oh, we live in Mexico now, so we flew up
All
here.
right.
Yeah, we just flew up here for the weekend. We fly back out Monday,
Monday?
and then come back in 3 weeks to go to Salt Lake City for
Okay.
another Comic-Con. Busy.
Very busy.
Well, we've got 10 more, like, back to back to back, so.
So, since the show has ended and since everything came out, what has encapsulated your lives? What all have you been up to since everything?
Oh, God.
You know, we're building a new park down in Tulum, Mexico, just south of Cancun and Playa del Carmen. And we're filming what will become season 4 of Tiger King. So, yeah, you thought season 1 was crazy. This is
Season 4.
Yeah,
the
season
story
4
keeps
is
going,
it's
huh?
off the hook.
So, do we get any more clarification?
Well, you know, Carol should worry. The original director of Tiger King should worry. And Joe absolutely should worry.
So I haven't kept up well. I mean, I saw the first original season.
Yeah.
Is Joe still?
Joe is still locked up. Yeah, 17 more years. And
17 more years.
that's currently.
Wow.
And we think that will probably be extended.
Yeah, there's more charges actually coming,
Yeah, more stuff's
and
coming.
we can't spill
Yeah,
sure, of course,
all
yeah.
of that.
Absolutely.
But that actually probably will be spilled more in the season 4. But
It'll actually
it's
come out
pretty
in a
crazy.
few weeks. I
Actually,
think.
more in a few weeks. Yeah, I keep an eye on the news.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
You heard it here.
You heard it here.
Heard it here first.
Absolutely. So, gut feeling, absolutely in your heart of your hearts. What are your thoughts? Who's guilty? Who's...
Carol killed her husband, without a doubt. I mean, that's my humble, personal, accurate opinion.
Make sure you say it's your opinion.
Joe
Carol did it.
Joe's where he belongs. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
People only saw what Netflix wanted you to see about Joe, and what we know about Joe and what we personally witnessed. Why they charged him with selling 5 Tiger Cubs when he sold hundreds, and he admitted on recording he sold $200,000 in 1 year worth of Cubs. Put it in our bank account to try to launder it. So he's where he belongs, and what you guys will see coming out in the news will validate our side of the story.
Wow.
You know, they try to make us the criminals and the bad guys.
Yeah.
When all we want to do is help the animals.
Yeah.
And we left a $4 million house to move to the middle of Oklahoma
nowhere.
in a
To help.
basically in a storage shed to help him and help the animals, and then the price we paid was Netflix turning it ass end backwards on us. So
That is the popular thing to do today.
that's what they do. I mean, they had to make it interesting, and
Yeah.
it certainly was. And
So,
Yeah.
what did you guys think about the Peacock series,
Much
the
more
retelling?
That was more accurate. of
Okay,
our
that was better
yeah,
then.
it was much more accurate, and they made James Garrison look way too handsome. But you know, it was truer to
I was surprised how much they
They knew
got
she-
accurate on what we said to one another
right. They knew things that we said
in private.
in private, and it's
Yeah.
like, how the hell did they know?
Wow.
When Joe was getting married, and they said, how desperate do you have to be
To marry
Joe
Joe.
Exotic? I actually said those words about how they knew that. You know, is Dean Winters played me,
Yeah.
the guy from the Allstate Mayhem
I could
commercials.
not believe how close they looked to one another.
I know. I
They had
remember seeing that. I was
everything.
I was
like, is that
oh
actually him?
my gosh.
Right, it
I
was
have
close.
to show you the picture that we did, the side-by-side comparison.
Yeah.
Exact hat, exact
they had
same
the same
shirt,
sunglasses.
everything. And
Like
it's
they've
like,
been secretly following you for a while.
We know
So-
we reached out to try to be technical advisors, and they came back and says we're not allowed to talk to any of the characters.
but the way how we kind of talked to them though is that we all shared in pictures one another,
Okay.
and they would share it on their social media, and we would share it on our social media. So it showed that we were like, okay, look, this character's playing us, and
Yeah.
they shared our stuff.
Sort
and
of supportive.
They were
Yeah,
being very
absolutely.
supportive. So it was really cool.
It was cool, and I wish they'd have continued it because there's so much more to the story than
Yeah.
where they ended it. And it's
But it is true. Joe did kill the tigers. That is accurate, and it goes further into that.
Joe
yeah.
killed hundreds of tigers. It wasn't just the 5. They charged him with killing 5. It's because we knew exactly where those 5 were buried. We knew that they were shot in the head with a shotgun.
And they were only 2 years old.
And they were, young cats. But he needed the room because the circus was coming in and wanted to store their cats there for the winter. And they always paid Joe in cash.
That's money.
So,
and
Joe got on the radio and he called Cowie, the guy who's recently died. He called Cowie and he says, whichever cats aren't breeding, he says, I want the first 5 that you can name that are not breeding. If they weren't breeding, they weren't making money for Joe. And that's how pathetic he was. And we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to keep one alive, and he's just out there just randomly killing him. It's just...
So I know you have to be careful, legalities and all that stuff, but if there's one message that you wanted to get out there that you can say that has not been told, something that you've not been able to say,
you better
it's the Big Cat Safety Act was recently passed. Carol paid a lot of politicians to get that passed, and it's not that tigers are not pets. Tigers should never be people's pets, and I'm a hypocrite because when I grew up, I had tigers, and but my family owned a circus, so we had a reason. I wasn't just the guy in Houston who thinks he's got a tiger in his backyard, and it's
those people gave us a bad name.
Yeah, it's those people who certainly and the private animal industry. Carol Baskin, those stuffed animals. Okay, Wild Republic is the manufacturer of the best plush stuffed animals. We had them in our zoo for years. And when we started to do conventions, we called Wild Republic and placed an order. They canceled our order. This was why they canceled the order. We paid our bills on time. They said, Carol Baskin doesn't want us in the industry selling to you guys because you're breeding cats. And I said, so Carol Baskin now dictates the plush animal industry in America? And, what they do is they threaten Wild Republic that they'll go to the Dallas Zoo and the Chicago Zoo and Cincinnati Zoo, and they'll tell them not to purchase Wild Republic stuffed animals. So they weren't supposed to tell us. Wild Republic told us, we can't sell them to you. So we get them anyway.
We found a back door.
We can get them anyway.
We found a back door.
You just order them directly from China where
there's
they
always
get them.
Somebody else.
There always is.
So, but that's the woman who wants to back away from this and just fade off and retire. She's still on the hunt for everybody, and the thing is she did exactly what Joe Exotic did. She's got tigers in tinier cages than Joe did. She supported she was breeding animals. She was letting people stay in her bed and breakfast with baby,
Oh, I've actually met a few people here that actually stayed at her
but
place.
If you control the narrative.
And when you control the narrative, when you kill your husband and take $6 million worth of life insurance.
Oh, her second husband. She killed her first and second one. She's on her third one now.
Well, and then she recently just said, oh no, they found him. He was down in.
That's a complete total lie.
He's still dead.
Don's been dead. She gave his gun collection worth $100,000. She gave it away the day before she reported him missing. So, to a guy named Kenny Farr. And
Has
Kenny
that guy testified?
Kenny Farr won't. Kenny Farr was given property.
Scared.
Carol put several different, 17 different properties she owned in Tampa. She put them in Kenny Farr's name and then transferred them back out of her name. She's a crook. And hopefully what we have uncovered she'll probably never be charged with Don Lewis's disappearance.
Her brother was in the sheriff's department.
Yeah, he was in the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department.
That's how she got away.
If you're going to kill somebody, you want to have a cop.
Oh yeah, you got to have a connection.
And now they've got this guy named Chad Chronister, who's just mega wealthy mafia family, basically, in Tampa, is the sheriff, and he's protected her, and they're on her board of directors. So until Chronister is gone, Carol Baskin will never be investigated.
But on a positive note, we are building an animal sanctuary down in Mexico.
And if you want to pet tigers, you come to Mexico.
And you can come to play with
we
tigers
do it every
down there.
day down on 5th Avenue in Playa del Carmen.
Awesome.
We have baby tigers, baby lions, and baby jaguars. So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Guys, thanks for taking the time to talk to
I had
us.
fun judging today.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
Lauren was
judged our
I was a
cosplay
judge.
contest.
Did a great job.
I enjoyed it. So thank you guys
Absolutely.
so much.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.